Absolutely. I think it's the top one priority for the entire ecosystem, all the banks, all the fintechs for NPCI. And security is primarily about being alert, being cautious. So one thing is to have infrastructure, but really having a culture and systems and processes to catch red flags and react quickly to it is also as important. So security is the number one priority. So I think we have a number of very good app providers. You mentioned two, but there are many other providers who are there, and they are really creating the change in user behavior. So users enjoy the experience, but the trial has to be created. The opportunities to use the platform have to be created. So if you take the example of UPI, UPI is a platform, but the apps have really created the experiences on the platform. And whether it is me paying you, or whether it is individual buying tea, to doing an e-commerce purchase, or going to a store and making a purchase, I think all those experiences are being created by the payment service providers and the apps. And that innovation is really creating the change of behavior, leading to the growth that we are seeing here of digital payments. So the entire suite of products, whether it is UPI, which is a mobile-first platform, whether it is Rubey, which is a card network scheme-based platform, or Aadhaar-based payments, which is really for a not so literate, you can say the financial inclusion kind of a segment. I think this entire gamut of products will start finding spaces where they will start intersecting, right? Card customers starting to use UPI, probably Aadhaar-based payments getting more prevalent in the broader segment are some of the trends that we think we will see in the coming years. And we are getting prepared for them in terms of really taking advantage of this and making the use cases and the applications more relevant for the person as well as for the merchant. So for the person who's also on the receiving end of the payment, to be able to derive full benefit and value from it. I think they'll do well. They are doing well in a number of developed countries, and there is a potential because it sort of digitizes the card to some extent. It doesn't remove all the friction in the system, but it digitizes the card, which is one of the aspects, and I do think it will do well. So a lot of the back-end activity that happens at the platform level within banks tends to be manual to some extent, largely automated, but there are still certain legs that are manual. So I think solving for those edges, solving for the few remaining open areas is going to be important. I think so. There is work that we are doing around blockchain and other pilots that we are in the midst of, and I think those are some spaces that we will be looking to automate on an end-to-end basis.